Guys, it's time we have a conversation about features. Y'all need to calm down. Y'all really need to calm down. We've lost the plot. We've lost the plot. Features can be fun. They can be great. They can save a song. They can even save an album if they're good enough. Someone jumps on someone else's track and murders it, kills it. Kills it to the point that people listen to the song exclusively to hear the feature. That can be cool. That can be really cool. But features have gotten a little overrated. They've gotten a little too important. It's gotten to the point where the biggest, most beloved artist will announce albums, announce projects, and people will be in the comments just talking about who's going to be featured on the project. They're going to be talking about everyone else but the artist that's actually making the album. Like, this was insane. What were y'all doing? What were y'all doing? Y'all were losing your mind. That's not Donald Glover. That's not A$AP Rocky. These were just normal ass people, and y'all were saying, "Oh, it's supposed to be Rocky or Frank." No, that was just an aesthetic decision. Calm down. And now that the album's out, I see a bunch of people being like, "No Frank, no Kendrick." They didn't fit the aesthetic of the album, or they didn't turn their verses in. Features should not make or break the album. It's okay to not like an album because of the music, but to not like an album because Frank Ocean's not on it, that's too far. That's too far, man. Every Tyler album doesn't have to have Frank Ocean on it. Features are spices, garnishes. They are not the meal. They add things. They are not the thing. I be seeing track lists like this, and I be getting so mad. That's too many features. That's too many features. It's barely a Tyler, the Creator album. And you know, the record industry sees this. They see this and they take note. This is part of the reason why albums usually suck. Why we get these 30-track playlists with 300 fucking features with no sort of direction or purpose. Y'all be writing fan fiction with rappers, and then these rappers see it and they say, "Okay, we gotta shove as many features as possible on this album." Yeah, I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to say. I just talked for a really long ass time. I think I'm good. I'm so good.
Okay, after officially being able to get all the way through the whole album, here's my thoughts. Tyler, the Creator, somehow is able to like channel feelings that you are feeling at some time or another into 2, maybe 3 minutes, and then give you quotables that will make you want to put them on IG, but you're not going to do it because you too grown for that. But at the same time, in the back of your head, you like, yo, I really feel that on like a cellular level. Every one of these songs has a different vibe to him, which is really dope. He even got some surprises on there. Like, I'm not even gonna lie to you. What's that one? Sticky? Did not see that one coming. No diddy. But at the same time, I can promise you, this album is gonna get replayed at least 10 times this week. And it's gonna be a lot that we gotta go back over. But the thing I wanna focus on is the fact that Tyler said that he is actually now the number 2 out of Cali, behind Kendrick Lamar. I don't think that's insane to say. If you really think about it, who else is really killing it? Like, who else is this relevant other than him? Out of the California area, I can't really name nobody. And you know how many people probably didn't even know that he was from California? A lot. But I'm telling you right now, I kind of feel that. I feel like that's an accurate statement. And this album, yeah, this got mad replay value.
Tyler, the Creator, just said that him and Kendrick Lamar are 2 of the biggest artists from their city.
Biggest out the city after Kenny, that's a fact now.
Is Tyler spitting facts? Yes or no? Send this to the biggest hip-hop fan you know and see what they say. I'm Suspense, and if you didn't know, now you know.
When it comes to Tyler, the Creator, one of the weirdest things is how he's not labeled as a top-tier West Coast artist. So Tyler, the Creator, on a song says he's the number 2 biggest artist in LA. And I think that's facts, because when you think of all the other artists in the West Coast right now, outside of Kendrick Lamar, who's moving units like Tyler? Now on the song Ra Ta Ta, Tyler, the Creator, had these lyrics. It's really odd future, all of them other N-words whacked out. The biggest out the city after Kenny, that's a fact now. And I think this is the absolute truth. why is Tyler the Creator not rated highly as a West Coast artist? Like, why does he not get put in that category or in that conversation? Because when we're thinking of people that are coming out of the West, yeah, there's some ill artists out there, but Tyler is really moving the levels when it comes to just artistry and just coming out with a different sound within hip hop. I think now might be the time for people to give Tyler the flowers that he deserves as a West Coast artist, a legendary West Coast artist. He's put out several classics and he's just truly one of the best artists in the game right now. What do you think about this? Tell me your thoughts in the comments.
Let's talk about
Pharmacopoeia.
this is first impressions. Doing album reviews the day that the album comes out is insane. And obviously, spoilers if you haven't listened to the album yet. I really like this album so far. I'm gonna have to let it marinate and listen a couple of more times, but I really like this album. There's so much Kendrick influence. There's so much Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers influence. Tyler talked at length when it came out of how much he enjoyed that album. You can really hear it in like...
Just start being super open and honest.
Be human.
And that's what Kendrick just did with his new album.
Yep.
And a lot of people, I think, I mean, they probably just don't like the music. I love that album. But I feel like he touches on that's so open and honest that some people can't listen to it because they probably feel like he's looking at them in their eyes and they're like, oh, I can't panic. I can't listen to this. Put on something else so I can hit my Dougie.
Numb it, yeah.
You can really hear it in the way that his mum is a part of the album. Like his mum interjecting in the album is really similar to how Whitney interjected in Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. And then Take Your Mask Off is very reminiscent of Count Me Out and it being the breakthrough of Kendrick's therapy sessions on that album. And also just a really personal album that is not really concerned with like being the next Igor, the same way that Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers was very much not Damn Part 2 or like shooting to be better than To Pimp a Butterfly. And his arc is kind of like him coming to understand his mother's advice. And it's kind of indicative of the title, right? Like his mum is like, the light is not on you, it's in you. Chroma meaning color and copia meaning imitation. Like loads of people try and imitate your creativity, your essence. And that also plays into the paranoia. People trying to take from you, people trying to dim your light, take from your experience. The other side of it is just self-acceptance. This is also one of Tyler's most vulnerable albums, like him talking about like, my friend just had kid too and all I've got is a Ferrari and silly suits. I'm pretty sure he's talking about ASAP as well. A lot of people are talking about like, who is he talking about on this Mars track? I think it could potentially be Drake because he directly quotes a Kendrick song of like, you don't have to lie to kick it. So I was just like, is that a Drake shot? Also, the other side of it is just Tyler realizing I'm 33 and I need to grow up. I can't be the young disruptor forever. I've got to evolve as a person. But I think mostly in that verse, he's talking about himself. He is critiquing himself because on Hey Jane, when he's rapping from his own perspective and Jane's perspective, he's contending with essentially potentially being a parent. This is also why he's not wearing a mask in Thought I Was Dead, because he's letting go of that apprehension to display his true self. The other thing, all of the features are fire. All of the features are fire. Glorilla's feature is fire. I hate to say it, Sexy Red's feature is actually fire. Never in a million years would I think that Tyler, Sexy Red, Glorilla, and Lil Wayne would be on a track and all of them like perform. Same with Doechii, she killed her feature. It's very much giving me like Kids See Ghosts vibes. That type of like crazy Kanye where you're like, this is really off the wall, but this is so creative. A detail that I think everybody missed is the way that the album closes. So when the album begins, you have Tyler singing Chromacopia, but it's in C# minor, it's in a minor key. And then on the final track, it resolves to the relative major.
You are the light. It's not on you, it's in you.
So it's kind of like indicative of his journey of like the context of his mum's advice hasn't changed. He's just changed like his framing of it. It's gone from like a minor framing to like a major framing of like some form of acceptance. So yeah, I'm gonna need more time with the album. But so far, just because of probably Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers parallels, one of my favorite Tyler albums, low key. I need a lot more time to make an actual judgment. Take care and see you tomorrow.
The West Coast is dominating hip hop. First and foremost, we got Kendrick Lamar dominating the biggest rap beef in the history of the culture, dropping probably the biggest hit in rap history at the same time. Tyler, the Creator, with his album that just dropped, taking over Apple Music's top 5 positions. And even though he dropped on a Monday, he's still probably going #1. Vince Staples dropped a fire album this year. Earl Sweatshirt got a verse that's going viral on all platforms right now. Schoolboy Q arguably got the best album of the year. And everybody's sound is completely different and authentic. The West Coast about to take over hip hop for the next 5 years, I'm telling you.
The Creator is now better than Kanye West and also Kendrick Lamar, which I think now a lot more people are going to say, as Tyler, the Creator, is now on a 4-album run. Last time an artist was consistently dropping this much good music is when Kanye West had his Graduation trilogy and 808s and Heartbreak, and honestly, these 4 albums might be better than those. I'm just playing, but this is honestly a conversation we're going to start having. I mean, Tyler, the Creator is doing everything better than Kanye right now. Production, albums, and just everything else. Speaking of Kendrick Lamar, he's been on a run ever since he dropped his first album, so I don't know if Tyler, the Creator, is better than him yet. The only thing that's holding Kendrick Lamar back, honestly, is that he takes 5 years now to drop new albums, or at least he took 5 years to drop Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers. But also with Tyler, the Creator going on his Chromacopia World Tour, I think it's really going to prove how good Tyler, the Creator is, not only just with his music, but also performing, and finally prove why he's #1, and nobody, and I mean nobody, is close to him right now.
You ain't like that shit, I'll do it again. 5 in the morning, I be hating on shit. 10 in the evening, I be hating on shit. 10 years later, might have changed my mind. I'm a fake ass bitch, don't kill me.
Tyler, the Creator, that's some real grown man stuff right there, brother. That's some real 30-year-old things right there, my brother. Putting that album out on a Monday, 6 a.m., nice and early, sharp, start of the week. I'm very productive. I finished the album already. I'm probably gonna need a few more listens to do a full review, if we are even gonna do a full review. One of the things I want to point out, there's like a little Lloyd Banks influence in you. I don't know if anyone's ever brought it up. I don't even know if you did it intentionally. I hear it on this album. I can tell you love Pharrell a lot. But anyway, back to the topic. Shout out to some of the features. Doechii, cool, that was dope. Listen, very productive stuff, brother. I mean, Chromacopia, Adultocopia, right? Play that then while you're getting ready to get into the office, send the kids off to school. Keep it up, brother. I'm only listening to rappers over 30 now. That's the new